we have had a seismic shift here in the WWE. The Rock, the new WWE World Champion. And suddenly there's a lot of uncertainty when it comes to all things WWE. The fans, so excited when The Rock came back at SummerSlam. They thought, here he is, he's coming to help Jimmy. Kind of balance the scales a little bit in dealing with the Bloodline. But all he did was use Jimmy to get rid of Roman, to get rid of Solo, to take over the Bloodline and become its High Chief. And then eventually take that WWE World Championship away from his cousin, Jimmy Uso. The crowd disgusted at the sight of the man that was once the people's champ. The Rock says now is the time for everybody to acknowledge him as the High Chief of not only the Bloodline, but the High Chief of the WWE. With Survivor Series around the corner, Team WWE is set. It's going to be the Bloodline representing WWE. But that's for down the road. Tonight, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn need to bring their WWE Tag Team titles to the ring because they will be defending them in the main event against Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. Welcome in, everybody. This is the Raw after Halloween Havoc. We've just heard from The Rock, the High Chief, as he came out to address the WWE Universe to start our night. And now our first match of the night, it's going to be Trick Williams taking on Ludwig Kaiser. Williams will have his tag team partner Carmelo Hayes in his corner. Giovanni Vinci in the corner of Ludwig Kaiser. As The Rock alluded to earlier, Survivor Series up next here in the Open Mic universe. For those of you that might be new to the universe, Survivor Series, the one time where we see brand versus brand across the entire card. We have a women's War Games match, 2 traditional Survivor Series elimination tag matches, and those 3 matches are basically like a best 2 out of 3. The winning brand in that best 2 out of 3 determines which brand has the advantage in the main event, the men's War Games match. The captains of each of those teams, the WWE and WCW World Champions. The Rock, now WWE World Champion, he has let us know that Team WWE will be represented by the Bloodline. So we'll have The Rock, Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, and Tonga Loa. Ludwig Kaiser picking up the win. And Team WCW, captained by WCW World Champion Cody Rhodes. Up next, we've got Shayna Baszler. Looks like our WWE Women's Champion Ivy Nile has made her first pick on who will be joining the WWE Women's team. If you're going to go into a battle, Shayna Baszler, not a bad first choice. She'll be taking on Zelina Vega here. And so like we were talking about in the last match, get the man advantage in the main event, and then the winning brand of that main event basically earns there's 3 stipulations, 3 prizes on the line. The first being the winning brand gets the final 4 entrants into the Royal Rumble. It is random, so it doesn't mean that the people that are involved in that match will get those spots. It just means that the brand gets those final 4 entrants. Number 2, the winning brand gets to main event night 2 of WrestleMania. And then the third prize, the winning brand gets to have the very first pick in the draft, which comes up after WrestleMania. Shayna with the win, making quick work of Zelina here. Next, we've got Braun Strowman, our WWE United States Champion. In a rematch from last week, he'll be taking on the former WWE Intercontinental Champion, Braun Breaker. Their match last week ending in a count-out victory for Strowman. So these two going to run it back. Breaker, a former multiple-time WWE United States Champion. So there's a lot on the line when it comes to Survivor Series. We're going to see a series of matches over the next few weeks on both Raw and SmackDown on the WWE side, Nitro and Thunder on the WCW side. And that's going to kind of help maybe help the officials from the WWE and WCW kind of solidify who is going to be in those classic Survivor Series elimination tag matches. So obviously a great opportunity for the superstars of each brand. We know who will be representing Team WWE in War Games, but on the WCW side, maybe a strong performance could catch the eye of the captain of Team WCW, Cody Rhodes. There could potentially be some spots open on that men's team. Then you got to wonder, is it an advantage or a disadvantage that right off the bat we know who Team WWE is, and the badass getting a little bit of payback this week. Not happy with the count-out loss last week, bounces back this week with a win over Braun Strowman. Now it's main event time, and this one's going to be for the WWE Tag Team Championships. I have just been informed that this match, thanks to The Rock, thanks to the High Chief, will be a no disqualification match. You got to think with the entire Bloodline out there on the outside, that's got to be a huge disadvantage to the champs. But now Cody knows what he's up against. So this could be a great time for him to really strategize on who best on the WCW side would really match up against a Jacob Fatu. Who would match up really good with a Tonga Loa and a Tama Tonga? Sammy sending Tonga Loa to the outside, and Jacob Fatu blocking him. And now coming up on the apron. And that distraction could have been costly. Haluva kick there. Sammy rolls him over and hooks the leg. Here comes Tama Tonga. He breaks up the count. Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, former two-time WWE Tag Team Champions. There's Jacob again, this time distracting KO. Now Owen's sent into the corner, but he's fighting his way out. Again, the odds not in the champion's favor, but if there are two guys that are in this position that have the toughness, the experience to overcome these odds, you got to think it's Kevin and Sammy. Owen sent again into the corner and again fights his way out. Taking Tama Tonga across the ring. Wise to get away. Stunner. And what did Jacob Fatu in there with a chair as he blasts Kevin Owens. And the chair shots continue. And there's nothing that can be done. This is no disqualification. And here it is, night one. And what? The Rock just gets to make up his own rules? I guess this is the, excuse my language, the kind of bullshit we can expect. If we thought Roman was back, I think we are on the verge of seeing something like we've never seen before. Now that The Rock is in charge of things, leg drop off the top rope from Tonga Loa. This is not looking good for Owens. And the Bloodline, Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, once again WWE Tag Team Champions, with The Rock declaring himself the High Chief of the WWE. I guess this is just the beginning of what we can expect moving forward here in this new Bloodline era of WWE. So much controversy coming out of Halloween Havoc surrounding the WCW World Heavyweight title. Welcome in, everybody, to WCW Nitro. And we got to hope that our WCW World Champ, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, will talk about that controversy. But also Survivor Series coming up really soon in the next few weeks. Cody, the captain of Team WCW for War Games. The WWE captain, the new WWE World Champion, The Rock, laying all his cards on the table earlier this week on Raw, announcing that it will be the Bloodline. Himself, Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, and Tonga Loa representing WWE in that match. As for the controversy, if you missed Halloween Havoc, Cody defended the WCW World title against AJ Styles, LA Knight, the special guest referee. LA Knight and AJ got a pretty heated history here as of late. At the end of the match, LA Knight had a little bit of a fast count, and Cody was able to retain because of it. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see what the champ has got to say. Cody says that after Halloween Havoc, he's had a chance to go back and watch the tape. and he's not too happy with what he saw. That's not the kind of champion that he is. He's tried to get a hold of AJ. AJ won't answer his calls, won't respond to text. He hasn't seen AJ here today, but if he is here, he would love for him to come out and for them to meet face to face. That's not AJ Styles. That's our new WCW United States Champion, Jey Uso. Jay says, I know you've seen what's going on over in WWE. The Rock, the new High Chief of the Bloodline, has destroyed my family. I have got to be on this War Games team. I've got to get my hands on The Rock. What do I need to do to join? And Cody says, you're in. So good news if you are Jey Uso. It looks like Jay will be joining Cody, representing WCW in that War Games match. 2 more spots yet to be filled. Next up, we're going to see our first in-ring action. It's going to be Ridge Holland going one-on-one with Otis. We talked about it on Raw Survivor Series. We will see 2 War Games matches, a men's team and a women's team, as well as 2 classic Survivor Series elimination tag matches. And this is brand versus brand warfare. WWE versus WCW. And so over the next couple weeks on all the shows, we're going to see a lot of talent being showcased. Maybe trying to earn their way on one of these teams heading into Survivor Series. The War Games teams are captained by the champions. The other teams will be filled by each respective brand. And so maybe you'll catch the eye of a Cody Rhodes or a Raquel Rodriguez on the WCW side. Or maybe you'll catch the eye of Ivy Nile on the WWE side. If not, then the management of your brand, if they like what they see, could potentially put you in one of the elimination tag teams. And Otis, after a pop-up powerbomb, gets the win. You got to think Otis would be an asset on any team representing WCW. Up next, we're going to see Bronson Reed. He's going to be in tag team action. His tag team partner, Omos. If I'm Cody Rhodes, I don't know how much I could really trust Bronson Reed or Omos. But man, you get one or both of those guys on your side in War Games, that could match up really nicely against the Bloodline. Reed starting out with the early momentum here in this one. Montez Ford fighting his way back. Ford has had some impressive performances in singles competition. Not to mention the Street Profits as a team. One of the more decorated tag teams in the open mic universe. They have been multiple-time WWE Tag Team Champions and also former one-time WCW Tag Champs. Omos with a big slam to Angelo Dawkins, and then puts all that weight on the chest, on the sternum of Dawkins. Big uppercut there by Omos. Omos. Ooh, Dawkins able to fight his way out of a potential choke slam. And somehow Dawkins able to get his way out of the bear hug, and you've got a huge tree stump like Omos squeezing the life out of you. Now we're going to see the Profits working together. Leapfrog. Big Bronson Reed with the reversal throws Dawkins back in. Knee drop off the top rope, goes back up top. Tsunami. And that could be it. And that is going to do it. Bronson Reed and Omos. Your winners here on Nitro. Next up, we've got Santos Escobar. His opponent, R-Truth, already in the ring. Escobar, the current WCW Cruiserweight Champion. And a good block there from Truth. Reversal there from Escobar. Escobar looking to put Truth away early. R-Truth getting out of the submission. Catches Escobar off guard there. I don't think he was expecting that. And R-Truth with a huge upset victory here in very quick fashion against Santos Escobar. Now it's time for our main event. We are going to see the Queen, Charlotte Flair. She'll be taking on Lyra Valkyria. Lyra, who had an opportunity, had a shot at Raquel Rodriguez in the WCW Women's Championship at Halloween Havoc. Such a valiant effort, but just not able to come away with the victory. But again, that's twice we've seen her in action against Raquel. She definitely is showing that she belongs here in WCW. And Charlotte, multiple-time WCW Women's Champion, got to be somebody that Raquel's got her eyes on. And you got to think, too, if Raquel is smart, even though she's had some run-ins with Lyra, Lyra might be a smart choice to join up with Team WCW as well. Only a 2 count there. And here comes the champ. I guess maybe... Well, we thought maybe she was going to come out and try to get a closer look on the action, but clearly she's just out here to try to distract Lyra. Charlotte with the roll-up only gets a 1. We saw no offense out of the Queen until Raquel made her way out here. Only a 2. Charlotte not happy with the speed at which the referee was counting that count. We already know on the WWE side, Ivy Nile selecting Shayna Baszler to be a part of Team WWE. Big clothesline. Charlotte again. Gotta love the resiliency of Lyra, but that one, she is not able to kick out. Charlotte Flair with a little help from Raquel, and we're assuming, you see that look. Charlotte Flair joining Raquel on Team WCW. Thanks for watching Nitro. We'll see you next time from WCW Thunder. Good night, everybody. Welcome in, everybody, to WCW Thunder. We've got a big one to kick off this week's show. Our new WCW United States Champion, main event Jey Uso. So much turmoil right now going on in the family of Jey Uso. Really all because of The Rock and the family drama going on over on the WWE side of the universe. But as we learned earlier this week on Nitro, Jey has been added to the WCW team for War Games at Survivor Series. So there's a chance he may be able to get his hands on his cousin The Rock, thanks to Cody Rhodes. But Jey in this one taking on the former multiple-time WCW World Champion, Despicable Rey Mysterio. And as you can see, Dirty Dom and Raquel on the outside for Rey, which is never good for any opponent of Despicable Rey. Raquel helping Jey up. And the referee not seeing the extra shots thrown in by Raquel and Dom. With everything going on in the personal life of Jey Uso, you got to wonder how much of his focus and attention is being distracted by all the outside family stuff going on. Rey setting Jey up for a 619 block from Uso. Now Jey was teeing up here, but Dom distracting Jey. Jey needs to worry about Rey, not Dom out on the apron. And of course, Despicable Rey takes advantage of the distraction. Now Jey out on the apron, sent to the floor. But again, so much going on. And it sometimes makes it hard to kind of focus and keep your attention. Headbutt from Jey Uso. Now Raquel coming up to the apron. Jey with the cover. Jey Uso picks up the win. It was a little rough for him there for a little bit, but again, he was able to lock in the end. And put down Despicable Rey for a 3 count. Next, we've got tag team action.
Introducing first,
Indy Hartwell. She will be teaming up with her longtime friend and ally, Candice LeRae, as they take on Bianca Belair and her tag team partner, Jade Cargill. Great opportunity for these 4 ladies to show Captain Raquel Rodriguez what they could potentially bring to the table for Team WCW. Raquel has already made one choice, Charlotte Flair. So with Charlotte joining Team WCW, 2 spots remain. If I'm Raquel Rodriguez, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill would both be fantastic choices. Obviously, some history between Raquel and Bianca, as Bianca would cash in her Money in the Bank briefcase, or rather announced her cash in advance, which set up the championship match at SummerSlam. But she would come up on the losing end. But you know what Bianca brings to the table. You know what Jade brings to the table. And on the WWE side, you've got Ivy Nile, and she's got one lady already on the team, Shayna Baszler. So you're going to want to have some toughness to kind of balance out what Shayna Baszler brings to the table. 1, 2, 3 there for Bianca. as Bianca and Jade are victorious this week on Thunder. Up next, we've got Baron Corbin. Bum-ass Corbin in action. He will be taking on Ivar of the War Raiders. Eric out there in Ivar's corner to support him. Big boot from Corbin. Now a reversal from Ivar. Again, there are some spots available for Survivor Series. So not only are you trying to catch the eye and attention of Cody Rhodes to potentially join the War Games team for Survivor Series, but you're also trying to catch the eye of the officials, the management of WCW, because they've got two teams to put together for traditional elimination, Survivor Series elimination tag matches. And it doesn't matter if you're a singles competitor, a tag competitor. They're looking for the best of the best to try to win Survivor Series. And there's so much on the line. Everything on the Survivor Series card builds up to that main event men's War Games match. If your brand can win 2 out of the 3 matches leading into that, that gives your brand the man advantage in that main event. And then the brand that wins that main event will get the final 4 spots in the Royal Rumble. We'll get to main event night 2 of WrestleMania and get the first pick in next year's draft. Ivar with a big victory against Baron Corbin. Next, we're going to see Tiffany Stratton taking on Alexa Bliss. Another opportunity for Raquel to scout in this one. You do have a former WCW Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton. And while Alexa maybe doesn't have a lot of championship success in the open mic universe, her resume over the course of her career speaks for itself. Alexa now fighting back. Tiffy in some trouble. Cross body. Both of these women come into wrestling with some extensive gymnastics backgrounds. Powerbomb there from Stratton. One thing with Bliss, you got to remember, she may be small, but don't let that fool you. She can be a dangerous opponent anytime you match up with her. Stratton with the cover. 2 3/4. That was close. Stratton cannot believe it. Tiffy takes an elbow to the face. This is not good for Tiffany. Alexa with the cover. Only gets a 2. Still some fight left in Tiffany Stratton. DDT. Again, Alexa hooks the leg. And that is it. Alexa Bliss is victorious. She defeats Tiffany Stratton. And a great performance from Alexa. Now we've got WCW Television Champion The Miz coming out here. I guess maybe this is kind of a impromptu Miz TV. Miz says that AJ Styles got screwed at Halloween Havoc, and the fact that nothing has been done about it is a huge travesty. LA Knight, the special guest referee in that match between AJ and Cody for the WCW World title, apparently not appreciating that The Miz is referring to him. He says he's surprised Miz even knows what happened at Halloween Havoc, seeing as though he has not been on a pay-per-view in almost a year. Miz says that's funny, but that fast count was a slap in the face of the career of AJ Styles, and Knight follows it up with a slap to the head with that microphone. Look, we've yet to hear from LA Knight. We've yet to hear from AJ. Cody, we heard from on Nitro saying after the fact he did go back, watch the tape. Didn't like the way that match ended. And said that's not the kind of champion that he is. That's not the kind of champion that he wants to be. He's tried to make it right. He's tried to reach out to AJ Styles. AJ not returning phone calls, not responding to text. Cody asked him to come out to the ring on Nitro, wouldn't come out. And look, we've seen a different side of AJ Styles the last couple months. I don't think anybody really likes what they've seen. But we can admit what happened at Halloween Havoc wasn't right. And the champ, Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, trying to make it right. And you really don't need somebody like The Miz sticking his nose in something that doesn't concern him. Maybe after tonight, he's learned his lesson. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time from SmackDown. Welcome to WWE SmackDown. And coming off a successful defense of his Intercontinental title at Halloween Havoc in an underground match against Damian Priest, Seth freaking Rollins coming out to kick off the show this week. Let's hear what the Architect has to say. He says that after a series of box office flops and being run out of Hollywood for being a prima donna, The Rock thinks he's just going to roll back in here to the WWE and ruin it. Not on his watch. And if Mr. Hollywood has a problem with him, he can just bring it. Pretty powerful message from our Intercontinental Champion, Seth freaking Rollins. And I gotta say, I like that somebody's going on the offensive when it comes to this new bloodline. But more on that later. Up next, we've got Naomi. She will be taking on Nia Jax. Nia, who didn't have a great Halloween Havoc. She did come up on the losing end of a hardcore match against Becky Lynch. She looks to bounce back here against Naomi. I would imagine that the captain of the women's team WWE War Games team, Ivy Nile, has got to have an eye on this one. Naomi and Nia Jax. Both these ladies would make fine additions to the team. Ivy There's already selected one teammate, Shayna Baszler. On the WCW side, Captain Raquel Rodriguez also making one choice already. She's got Charlotte Flair joining her. Only a 2 count there for Nia. But you've got Ivy going with a brawler in Shayna, a brawler and a fighter. You've got Raquel going with really a modern day legend, somebody who has done it all in Charlotte Flair. Now Naomi looking to see if she can get Nia to tap, but Nia fighting her way out. Now takes Naomi to the corner. When picking teams for War Games, there's a lot of different strategies you can take. Do you want to go with familiarity? With competitors that you know? Do you want to go with style? The style of that particular person? Or do you want to go with experience? We'll see what Ivy and Raquel do to round out their teams. But here this week, Nia Jax is victorious. Next, we've got Tyler Bate on his way to the ring. He's waving to the crowd. He looks happy, but when the bell rings in this one, that happiness may quickly fade as he's going to be taking on Karrion Kross. There's one thing we can expect from a Karrion Kross match. Win or lose, he is out to dish out as much pain and punishment as he can. Good thing for Tyler, he does have a high threshold for pain as right off the bat. Kross delivering some heavy shots to Tyler. While the men's War Game team here in the WWE is already set, The Rock coming out on Raw and announcing that it will be the Bloodline representing the WWE. There are 2 other traditional Survivor Series elimination tag matches. The management from each brand will be making their decision over the next couple weeks as to who will make up the teams for those 2 matches. Kross now going to the outside. So over these next couple weeks, we're going to see a lot of competitors looking to try to catch the eye of the management of their team. And Tyler not getting up from this one. It's Karrion Kross is victorious, although this one by countout. A win is still a win. Up next, we've got Chelsea Green. She will be taking on the former WWE Women's Champion, Liv Morgan. Liv, who lost the WWE Women's Championship to Ivy Nile back at Fall Brawl, has been trying to kind of find her footing now that she is a former champion. And it doesn't get any easier tonight in this one against Chelsea Green. I think sometimes the fans kind of maybe underestimate Chelsea a little bit. But you definitely have to be on top of your game when you're in there with her. Chelsea rolls out, so does Liv. And Chelsea, just like we said, you got to have your head on a swivel when you're in there with Chelsea Green. Now where's Chelsea going? She's going up top. Missile drop kick off the top rope down on the floor. And Liv, who was in control at the beginning of this one, now we're seeing Chelsea take the reins. Liv back in. Code breaker. Goes for the cover. Wow, only a 2 count. Liv gets Chelsea up. Kick to the midsection from Chelsea Green. Sends Liv into the ropes. And now turns Liv over. Unprettier. Hooks the leg. And that is going to do it. Chelsea Green, your winner, as she picks up a huge victory against the former WWE Women's Champion, Liv Morgan. It's main event time. We're going to see our new WWE European Champion, Chad Gable, with his coach, Kurt Angle, accompanying him to the ring. Gable will have his hands full tonight as he goes one-on-one with the Viper, Randy Orton. Gable, who won the European Championship last week on Raw against Kevin Owens in what would turn out to be the start of a week that KO would like to forget, loses the European Championship to Gable on Raw. Then we head into Halloween Havoc, and he and Sami Zayn successfully defend their WWE Tag Team titles against Gable's Team Angle teammates, the Creeds. Then, less than 48 hours later on Raw, by order of the High Chief, the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, The Rock, they would have to defend those championships once again, this time against Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa of the Bloodline. And after a little bit of help from Jacob Fatu and a steel chair, Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa would walk out the new WWE Tag Team Champions. We are less than a week into this new Bloodline era, run by the High Chief, The Rock. And let's be honest here, this isn't about championships. Even though The Rock is WWE World Champion, Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa now WWE Tag Team Champions. It's not about money. It's about power. It's no secret. The Rock hasn't been the box office superstar that he's been in the past. He's kind of developed a prima donna reputation in Hollywood. More and more people are starting to speak out about that. So his brand has gotten a little toxic. So what does he do? He looks at what he knows from his past. And he sees how well the open mic universe is doing. We've got 4 shows every week that are killing it in the ratings. And no, we don't have to get funny and cute with the demo. Our pay-per-views are packed with such great matches that Dave Meltzer's star rating calculator can't even count that high. We're performing in front of sold-out arenas and stadiums all across the country. And The Rock sees this. The Rock needs this and all the power that comes with it. Because Dwayne needs to be fed. And I'm not talking about the 47 egg whites, 13 steaks, and 22 silver dollar pancakes that he posted this morning at 4 a.m. on Instagram. I'm talking about his ego. Another week is in the books. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time from WWE Raw.